Y'all listen, help your boy out. Tell me if I'm wrong, because I don't mind being wrong. But let me give you a little background story. I got a storage unit last year, June 28th to be exact. I got my papers. No, June 29th, excuse me, to be exact. I needed a storage unit because I had some furniture, an ottoman to be exact, that I needed to store. In my living room, I have a chair that came with an ottoman. But I also had a coffee table, and both of them just didn't work in that space. And the coffee table is more functional. So I was just like, let me put the ottoman in storage because I want to keep it. And then I had some other stuff that I was storing in my house and in my under my carport storage that I really needed, like temp control. I had some electronics and documents, and I just don't have the in-house space to store all this stuff. So I was just like, let me get a small climate control storage unit and then be done with it. Well, I got the storage unit June 29th, and this is how they first got me, which my fault, but I got it at the end of the month. And the lady was just like, oh, we'll do like a prorated fee, but you got to pay like your such and such fee, blah, 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 blah. I ended up paying $34 on the 29th. And then rent is due at this company. Rent is due on the 1st. So I had to turn around and pay $62, $62.50 the 1st of July. So I'm like, dang, I could have like waited 2 days and just paid like the full amount, whatever. Well, 3 months into me having a storage unit, they went up $10. So it ended up being $73.50. So that's what I've been paying since October. $73.50 is what I've been paying since October. And Wednesday, I got an email about my bill, and I noticed that it said $110.50. And I was just like, whoa, like in less than a year, my rent for a 5x5 storage unit has practically doubled. And I'm like, this can't be right. So Thursday, I went up to the location. And let me tell y'all, I have my grievances with them right now, but they really have a cool setup. So they have their office setting. Nobody's actually in the office unless they're like in the back. But you go in and it's all virtual. So you go in and there's this like iPad with a screen and a camera set up. And on the iPad it says like pay my bill, open a new unit, speak with a virtual manager. And so I tap speak with a virtual manager, and like this screen displays like, hey, virtual manager is coming in, and it does like a countdown clock, and the virtual manager comes on the screen. Like it's not like a AI, it's like a real person that you're interacting. Like they see you, you see them on the screen, you hear them, they hear you. And so, but anyways, I thought that was cool. But so I was telling the lady, hey, I've been paying X amount of dollars for the past couple of months, and I got a bill that it went up to 110. I was like, but I never received any type of notification that my bill was going up. And so she looked at my account and she was just like, oh, yeah, I see that it has gone up. There has been a price increase. She was just like, what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you the contact information of the blah, blah, blah manager. Reach out to him. Let him know that you didn't receive a 30-day notice and see what he can do and how he'll work with you. He's pretty good about it. So I was like, okay, cool. So when I left there, the next day, Friday, I actually sent the guy an email. And I was just like, hey, I noticed that my bill went up. I never received a notice. I was giving your contact information, blase, blase, blase. And so he goes, and the email was kind of snarky, but he was just like, yeah, that's just the industry. We have to adjust price from time to time. But what I can do is knock off $20. And I'm like, so this is going to put my bill at 90 something, or because I have to a base rate plus a $9.50 insurance. And so he came back and he was just like, no, actually I got that wrong. You'll actually be paying, it was like 95 something. And I'm like, whoa. I was just like, you know what? It's not even worth it anymore. I'll just go through this stuff, clean out this storage unit, and house it a different way. So today, Saturday, I go and I clean out my storage unit, clean out everything, move stuff back and forth. It's actually sitting under my carport now. I just put it all under there because it's starting to rain. But I lost my train of thought. Where was I at? Oh, yeah. After I cleaned everything out, swept it out, blah, 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 I went back into the office, spoke with another virtual manager. It was a different person this time. And I was just like, hey, I'm just letting you guys know that I'm cleaning out my unit. I'm into my contract. And so the guy asked what was the reason. And I was just like, the price is doubled less than a year. I said, this is a luxury for me. And it's just not in the budget right now. And he's just like, oh, yeah, I understand. He's just like, I see in the notes that you were given a contact information for our manager. Did you reach out to him? And I was just like, yeah, I did. I said, but again, this is still a luxury. It's not in the budget. I'm just going to end it. And so he was like, okay. Well, he's just like, well, we'll send the documents over to you. You'll have to take a photo of your empty storage unit, and then we'll get the contract terminated or whatever like that. And he's just like, but you'll have to pay for May since you did not, we require a 30-day notice, so you'll still have to pay for the month of May. And so I asked him, I said, well, I wasn't given a 30-day notice, which is why I'm ending my contract, so why would I have to pay for May? And he was just like, you were given a 30-day notice. And I was just like, well, when? How did they send it? Was it by letter? Was it by email? And so he's just like, you got a notice on the 28th of March via email. And I was just like, sir, I did not get a notification. And so I asked him, I said, well, will you resend it? And he was just like, I have to reach out to the other team to resend it to you or whatever. Needless to say, I don't have the letter, the resent letter, or my cancellation contract. They haven't sent me anything as of, as of this morning. They haven't sent me anything. And I went early this morning to get all my stuff out. So, yeah, I'm going to give them the Tuesday to send me this stuff. But would I be wrong if I didn't pay them for May, even though my stuff is out and it's the 21st? Would I be wrong if I did not pay them for May? Because that's what I'm leaning towards, like, not paying them. Like, $110, $100 plus dollars, $95 is insane for this area, for a 5x5 climate control unit. Like, and it's barely climate control because every time I go in there, it's like warm. But anyways, would I be wrong? Let me know. Would I be wrong for not paying them? What can they do? Like, I wasn't on auto draft, so they can't take it out. I wasn't on auto draft. I'm not paying these people. You're not getting my money. I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably end up paying them, but I'm leaning towards not paying them. Y'all just left my mama's house. I just left my mama's house and looked on the table and I had some mail. One of those letters was from the storage unit people. They gave me a 30-day notice. So, yeah, I'm going to have to pay them. They did give me a 30-day notice. My mama, I can't blame that on her. I got to get my address changed on my stuff. As long as I've been living in my house, I still use my mama's address for, like, stuff. I haven't changed my address over. So it's my fault. I'll be paying them their $100 or $95, whatever it is.